So first, Tashidele, hello and welcome to everyone. And I'm not sure what to teach. I think all of you are already old practitioners, right? Or are there brand new people here?
Gracie is new.
So, no. Sarpa Kashi is
It's just
whatever we do, whether it's Dharma or worldly activities, it's very important to do it with a like careful, conscientious, relaxed state of mind. It's very important to be very careful in our actions, because these days, in these current times, there's a lot of disturbances of the external elements, and correspondingly a lot of disturbance of our internal elements and the constitution of our body. And there's also a lot of disturbance in our minds. These external disturbed circumstances come about because first, internally, our own minds are disturbed, and then our coarse afflictive passions of the 5 poisons of attachment, anger, ignorance, jealousy, and pride flare up, and our physical bodies and our constitution is disturbed. The elements of our body are disturbed by that. And then our internal phenomena appear to us as external, and that's when we have the external elements being disturbed. And this is how it is in these degenerate times. And really there's nothing that will help us with this. No wealth or possessions or any kind of material enjoyments that will help us with this. The only thing that will help is to pray to and supplicate to the triple gems. There's really no other way than that.
Chendala the Kunjo Sumbala, Capson draw, Kunjo Sumbala, Yichi, Tenete, Kunjo Sumba Pangzum, the Changi Sim with the Domba Lay, Domba Lemanas and Majanam Cantadan, Simjan Tamjalatin, Sambai, Tsimeshi, Sambai Ninjangavaton, Tsiman by Shiki, Get the gum, then Paro, you Paro, the Chimbatuk, louder than a Simjan, Gang Pendochi, Rang and Simian, Gonjos and the Captain, Rangaluma Ism, Rotatam.
In order for the external elements to not be disturbed, and in order for our inner bodily constitution to not be disturbed, and in order to pacify all our mind's obstacles, in order to pacify all of the 5 poisons of the afflictive emotions, we have to pray to the triple gems, go for refuge in the triple gems, and really have faith and confidence in them, and take the triple gems as our witness, and take the bodhisattva vows and cultivate the 4 immeasurables, or the 4 boundless wishes of love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And so we have to cultivate these, and we have to practice the 6 paramitas, the 6 perfections, and benefit other sentient beings as much as possible. That's what we have to do to benefit others. We have to cultivate love and compassion, and meditate upon bodhicitta. And then for our own benefit, with our 3 doors of body, speech, and mind, we have to abandon negative actions, like the negative actions of body killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct, and so forth. And with our speech, we have to abandon the non-virtuous actions of lying, slander, idle gossip, and divisive speech as much as we can. And with our minds, we have to abandon covetousness and malice and reversed view as much as possible. And in place of these 10 non-virtuous actions, we have to do the 10 virtuous actions as much as we can. So we have to accumulate as much exhaustible and inexhaustible virtue as we can according to our own constitution. We have to practice the Dharma as much as we're able, and really have confidence in the triple gems and go for refuge in the triple gems, and whatever deity we feel the most affinity for, whether it's Guru Rinpoche or Aryatara or Buddha Shakyamuni or Avalokiteshvara, whatever deity we have the most affinity for, we should practice and pray to and supplicate to as much as we can. And tepe machok na yang tujijin
tepe norna che tepa mena che yamara ranga tepe machuk sana if not a shape.
So if our faith in them is unshaken, then they're if our faith is unshakable, then their blessings and their power and their compassion really will reach us. If we have doubt, or if our faith is shakable, then we will only receive blessings we'll only receive doubtful sorts of blessings. But if our faith is in the deities is really unshakable, then their compassion and their power and their blessings will reach us, and in this lifetime we will be able to accomplish great benefit for ourselves and others, and in the next lifetime we won't have to be reborn in the lower realms of samsaric existence. And
Sutum yapo sum, tena satayana satang getim yapo sum, tena tropotomoyana ti tan tumbachi tim yapo sum, tena chiga pe yojita tena mongo tena mavi maje tena chi so chupaku tena shenji norzela sopatanzo tena karsagara. Rangi tenen rangla kare ya lilong jotan konjo la choba ya konjo la choba bu ma nim jonga jimba ta rangi ya ba me ba ma choba tamje ba yoga ta tene chigi na tengeware tengewa de la tene rangi sana ya dewa yong kare ti yong tene chisona rangi nangen jongayang tukamare timarana chigen jongayang tina rangshin ke mashigare satana ti kunan tinga kage shesha mara sanje ida song mongona mutandira kinonza hakogare.
And this isn't just empty words, but if we practice, then we can really experience this for ourselves in this life. And so we have to do virtue with our bodies, like we have to do prostrations and circumambulations and praying to the triple gems and the deity. And we have to do actions like protecting the lives of others in place of killing. And we have to maintain good moral self-discipline so that if we're married, we have to follow the rules and conventions of marriage and treat our partners well. And if we have a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, then we have to get along with them and treat them well and not lie and not do deceptive things in that relationship. And instead of, in place of stealing, we have to not take others' wealth and possessions, but and whatever material wealth and possessions and enjoyments we have to offer up to the triple gems and give to the needy with generosity. And whatever we do, we have to not do it recklessly, but we have to do it carefully and mindfully. And whatever we do with a very careful whatever we do with great carefulness and mindfulness, it naturally becomes virtue, and we will naturally have peace and happiness in our minds. And if our if the inner elements of our mind if our inner constitution is undisturbed, then the outer elements will naturally become pacified. And again, this is something, not just something I'm saying, but this is really true, and we can experience this for ourselves. And similarly with our speech, we have to make prayers and recite mantras and do as much recitation practice as we can. These are virtuous actions of speech. And in place of lying, we have to speak in a very honest, straightforward way with a with a selfless, pure motivation for doing so. And if there's others that we don't get along with, or if other people aren't getting along, then we have to do what we can to heal those divisions and help people to get along with one another. And we have to get along with others, and we have to cultivate bodhicitta, so that even when we're speaking to others of lower position than ourselves, that we speak to them we speak to them out of compassion. And if we can do these kinds of virtuous actions with our speech, then it will be helpful to us internally. It will be beneficial for our minds. It will help for our minds to be less disturbed, and it will also help for the outer elements to be less disturbed. And we also won't accumulate negative karma.
다 가르치고 나서는 때는 건조스나 정만지 렌데랑 강제와의 이제여봐 때는 신앙의 교대서가 요교다 참아 된데게 도면 때는 물러와 때는 납성 거는 때는 벤도 받으면 벤도 받으면 뭐만 봐 때든도 좀 속시 제가 때는 시에는 노선 그 삼바생을 저놓거나 시엘이야 때는 메처와 때는 또도 good heart sim mila pensum kona ki tene lega karilene ya mila tene kyo majowa mila ne majowa tene kona ya kona tene le chawa chigi na tene sim tene pemese tene ngewa top chambu dukuyore tene bala tene simde sheta trukumare ta tsenge me le dan pakchare te trume ya te lamsan shine tene donga chambu nyonga mare tene pe 다서 그래 태점만 붙여가 말은 고통 tene 가르치고 요매 tene 인증낭만 붙이고 말해 tene tellatene tene 랑도 능강야 pe 기부용거라 랑 가완도 가완데 수단 로마야 pe 기부용거래 tellatene tene 치료는 종화서야 자시와 랑 가완도는 뒤쳐서 자시와 용거래서 tene 성계가 송여래 대전한테는 말아서 응아 예수님 메게와 가서 빵터도 내와 가서 죽터도 친구가 열어서
In the Buddhist traditions in general, and especially in the Mahayana, and even more so in the Secret Mantra, and even more so in the Great Perfection tradition, the mind is the most important thing. And the mind is like the driver. The mind is in charge of everything. So it's very important for us to have trust and belief in past and future lives, and the law of karma, cause and effect. And it's important to not interact with others in a way where we're trying to deceive them or slander others, or where we're trying to trick anyone into anything, but we should interact with them very straightforward and honestly and altruistically, and we also shouldn't have very strong desire, but we should have few desires and be satisfied and content with what we have. And we shouldn't have malice towards others. We shouldn't want to harm others. We should have a very pure heart, only wanting to benefit others. And so that's what we have to do. Whatever, and if we can do this, if we can practice in this way, then we will accomplish really great virtue, and our minds won't be disturbed. And if our, we might still experience some unpleasantness and obstacles because of our past life's karma, but we won't experience really great suffering, and we won't be filled with doubt and and our minds will be very happy, and we will have very little mental suffering, and our bodies will also be happy, and the there will be very little disturbance of the external elements around us. Wherever we go, there will just naturally be auspiciousness there. So because of all these things, this is why the Buddha said that we really have to accomplish as much virtue as we possibly can. If we have compassion for others, and we have the desire to do something to improve the situation in the external environment, the situation with the external elements, then we really have to do virtue ourselves. So if our minds are peaceful, then the external world will be less disturbed. So we really have to accomplish virtue for ourselves. And if we do as much virtue as we possibly can, and if one other person does as much virtue as they can, then this will rub off on others, and slowly the entire town or the entire community will become very virtuous and auspicious. And really, this is the only way to go about improving the external situation. If we're just see others doing something wrong and sit there consumed with the afflictive emotions of the 3 poisons or the 5 poisons, and just sit there being angry about it, then it doesn't help. It doesn't help anything at all. It's only harmful. So this isn't anything that's difficult to understand or anything that's really very profound. It's something that's very difficult to put into practice. We all already know this already, actually. All of us who are old practitioners already know this, and all of us who are new practitioners, we already know this too, because this idea isn't something that's unique to Buddhism. Lots of traditions in the world say the same thing, but it's very difficult for us to actually put this into practice. That's what's difficult. So if anybody has any questions about anything I taught today, then maybe they can ask them now.
them to unmute.
Can they unmute themselves?
Yeah, they
I
can.
think you have to do it, and then they can
Say-
they
have
can
to
do
say
it
unmute
themselves.
all, and then they can mute and unmute themselves. It's down at the, isn't it down at the bottom? Where? Everyone? One more? Oh, shoot, that's because we have to do it from her computer.
Just turn it towards you and
I think we can do it ourselves. Yeah,
okay.
You did.
All right. Success.
but I don't have a question.
Are you dropping?
Well, now you're on, you have to think of a question.
Or anyone else can unmute themselves and ask a question if they have one.
Just have work to do, that's all.
Do you have questions?
Or if anyone has any just general questions, not specifically about today's teaching, they can ask those. Or if nobody has any questions, then we can discuss. So please ask general questions if you have them.
Hi.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Rinpoche, you spoke about having a peaceful mind and creating a calm and peaceful environment around you. When it comes to a workplace, when you have many minds and many environments, maintaining that peaceful internal environment, could you speak anything on that, please?
Ina leka lesa la mimamulina nang sem matria tap kandes chevare.
Rang tangon bagye tena sem chup mares tangon nang ne ya lang ne tena konjong la sawa tap tare ngare tena lega kare chena ya ngara tena me rang re mi re kande chik tena chik rang ne tena samba ma ji tam rawa da tena mandra tena tu tena chik parchenda tena chongsan tena ga wang tena roga mayasa tambo na nang ne tamja chene be chito chiwa nga kare chongsan ya saba gomki sam tena rang ga samma tisam mi la kecha shena ya tremba de tembo rangshin ke te tremba de panga tana kare yina tamsang ko kare shena ya nga saba gomki samba chita tisam nyan ti tremba de malawa chene tena ndugi na tena chiloga kari yena ya singjan ramanda wada ramanda kari yena ya ranga samda ranga dhamma gyaptu kuris kaya santi kono kyalang shona ti hoptu kala chego na yunga marina tambo na tena tena rangi tamja chena teri ya rangi tenshi te yangsi samna ya zina tena tenda tukare tena kala kapu yamaris tambo na temba tsana me wala tena hop de gen en ba te tsona tena simba te ta lang torna tena pala reaction pe lamsa che anda wada mena ya simba de chilo la pe ndra mandra nangwa yin shur res pe me shur tap tambo na rang tena tremba the yabo ten, the teaching the tremba the yabo some go years, the tremba the yabo ten, tremba the yabo Sundayan, then the Rikama, then Drogumare. There's some Drodrach and a young Lamson motion grace, the motions on a young Joe, Santa Nama, Kuna tender church of grace, the Manana tender some of those.
So we have to have mindfulness and act carefully from when we first get up in the morning at home. We have to pray to the triple gems and think that whatever circumstances I encounter, whatever like unpleasant situations or whatever positive or negative things people say, I'm not going to let any of it influence me. I'm not going to fall under the power of any of those circumstances, but I'm just going to cultivate patience with whatever circumstances I encounter. Even if it's for just 1 hour, we can practice hour by hour, like 1 hour after another, we can practice patience. And to do this, we have to really cultivate mindfulness. We have to cultivate stable mindfulness so that when we encounter circumstances, we're prepared for it. If we don't have mindfulness and if we aren't prepared for whatever external disturbing circumstances we encounter, then we won't have any chance. But if we're prepared and maintain our mindfulness, then we can cultivate patience and we'll immediately recognize what's happening because of the power of maintaining mindfulness. We'll immediately recognize the circumstances, and we won't just react. We won't lose ourselves, or we won't just immediately become angry, but we'll be able to we'll have some room to move, but we have to cultivate mindfulness again and again. That's the really the only way to go about doing things, I think.
You have a question?
Yeah. So Rinpoche, by that, does that mean like when let's say something, emotion comes up, then we're going to replace it with something else that's more positive? Or do we just let that emotion, would it be like thoughts in our mind? Do we not follow it, we just cut it off and then replace it with something else? Or do we let it go out and then do something to keep our mind focused or something?
There's nothing need to replace, There's nothing. When you have patience, you will actually recognize that immediately. That's, oh yeah, now it comes immediately. Then you have no need to replay according to situation. You can deal very nice way, positive way, and like that kind. Or you cannot deal right way, but you can silent, and you can do different way to move different direction. It's like that kind. It is like whenever has mindfulness, actually you continues, it will actually, all those are not going to happen. So all those happen because of the suddenly rise of circumstance, and then through fear, then react very fast. Then it's going to be mistake and fighting and problem, and it's hurting a long time, or whatever it is. If you have mindfulness, even they say it will not go to hurt long time. It's like when you have, doesn't react very strongly. Whatever is coming, overcoming, that power is very weak. It doesn't hurt. It's like that. If you didn't put there so much value, but you recognize instead of putting value into recognize. It's like if you say, Sonam, you are really bad. One children to say you're going to laugh and doesn't hurt so much, but you're not going to put so much value, but it doesn't care. If others, some people who put your value, they say, then you're going to hurt. Why he's saying that, then I can think like that kind. If your mindfulness, instead of, oh yeah, now it comes, that's all. And then I have to be prepared. That's why I'm doing it. Then if you have some kind of counter already there to room for respond, and then it will doesn't do heavy kind of penetrating mind. That's it.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Okay. Yeah, so. Then the mentum gentle mambochi, Yasamarang, gets at the Tamjacampo, Tonga Mala, Chilo, then Juma to the capsule. The rank is similar to what you is, the control Yichich, Lendela Yichichin, the Langing back and Namir some, Tunzula Yichichin, the rank control Sowatan, the flather on the Yemen, the train. Some got a number shot of the shot, ranky, gum, Yamnenta, tin, tin, some matter of a tap jet. Then in Sinang Mambo Maji, then the check of grace, then the teacher some Ranzini and the Pengrace, teaching the mother of the lower laying and back and so on. You know, the reserve patinoja, hope to come Matsarium. Lamsan te ka thup mares te ka ve thap te ka le che ko te na jire te ne so ne ma do yo de le ne me ke jo ma te lo buru chu che mo thup na ya te ne ti rang de sam ma ru thap chen te ne le nde le yi che chen te da le ne ben de wo yi tan de member le te ne le ne gen de wo ka wa mang bo le ne gen de wo sang we cho so mo lam kya Tenrechela, Yapo, General, some Matua, some Shiwala, Kazu, Neta, the Ne, Tenetigan, Shen Sim Jella, Ninja, the Lawyer, then they meet in a Mambo Machina, Tundro, Busin, some Jimmy Chilier, Tia Sonsipe, Nyarwa Mosum, the Tene, Pay me a let down, no Malia Tunzula, Tunzula, Ninja Yapoji. Malam Yapo Yako Grace, that is in the Sambats and the Janatan, Kanzamancha Yamares, on the Tets Shanaya, some Matan Ninja, the Kurlan of Grace, so some so Ninja Kurlan, then the Tende Sawata Grace, then the Shiraz. Hakoso, Hamakona,
Shen Simchin Ninja. Dundra dang busan dang the
and the Mambo she was Meg Signi Shigrava. Me man and me Mambo Machine, me the cousin Yasakas, Shinata, Tundro Mambo Shigrava Tilman, then Busin the Trauma Shigrava, Tunatan, Dongan younger with 2 cups. At the Yarti, Tunzo Summation, Ninja, then a rang Simchi, and Ninja. The rang some matter watch. The consul was away about the Koreas at the
So it seems like people don't have a lot of questions, but really the real point of what I was trying to say before is that when the outer elements are disturbed, we have to not let our minds be disturbed. We have to trust in the triple gems and trust in karma, and think that whatever negative circumstances we encounter, that this is the ripening of our own negative karma, and we have to like rest in meditation, mingling our minds with the deity, and we have to do meditation practice according to whatever way we know how, and we have to not let our minds become disturbed and not let ourselves be afraid, but rest in evenness and rest in meditation in this way. And if we're able to do this, then it's beneficial both for ourselves and for others. Whatever negative circumstances we encounter, we have to think that this is the ripening of our own negative karma, and we have to pray and make aspiration prayers, praying like, may this experience of negative circumstances purify many eons of the results of my negative karma. And we have to have peaceful minds. We have to rest our minds in a peaceful state. And when like there's external disturbances of the elements like this, like when there's a fire, think about when there's a flood, or when there's a fire or an earthquake or any of these kinds of disturbances of the external elements, of course we have to have compassion for other sentient beings. We should think about all, not just the humans, but all the animals that die in these kinds of calamities, and all the bugs, like compared to the larger animals, like bugs and insects, that like really an incalculable number of them die or are drowned or are burned up or whatever in these kinds of situations. But when any of these kinds of circumstances happen, we should not let our minds become disturbed, but we should have peaceful minds, and we should cultivate compassion. That's it.
Good hearts, the Megeva, coming on Tamji, Shin Kangi, Yamarati, Samba Sambola, then the Perez, Bemis a kitchen bore, Shing Samba Majina, Rangi Injimiji Chingur, Tela Pendo Yores, Neva Yores.
So that's it. Thank you all very much, and see you again. It's very important for all of us to have a good heart, to all the time, and otherwise it's impossible for us to eliminate our non-virtuous karma, to eliminate the ripening of our non-virtuous karma, and to eliminate the effects of our non-virtuous karma any other way. The only way to cut through all of this is to practice having a good heart, and even if others around us aren't able to do that, we ourselves should do that. We ourselves should cultivate having a good heart.
Dedication.
And then we'll do the dedication. Gangdu Kyewe Kyewa Tamche. Oh, sorry, in English. Always from rebirth to rebirth, may I obtain a precious human being's body with the 7 qualities of higher realms. Just after being born, may I meet holy Dharma, and may I have the freedom to practice according to pure Dharma. From that, may I make my holy Guru happy, and may I apply myself only to Dharma day and night. From realizing holy Dharma, accomplishing the essence of the meaning. In that life, may I cross the ocean of samsara, revealing supreme teachings to samsaric beings. May I make the effort to benefit them, never tired or sad. My great ways to benefit for others without discriminating between beings. May all of them attain the state of fully enlightened Buddha altogether. By this accumulation of merit, may all attain seeing omniscience, and may all faults be defeated. The whirling, turbulent waves of birth, aging, sickness, and death. From this ocean of samsara, may I liberate beings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Let's see who's here.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, Pema. Hey. Oh, Gina. Thanks. Bye now.
Okay, don't forget, in 2 weeks' time, Ninja Accumulation is going to be on a Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning. I think it's the 21st, but you can check the website. Bring your prostration boards, mandala pen.
Was everybody able to hear Sonam saying all that? The microphone's pretty far away from you.
Everybody here? Yep.
Okay.
Yep, okay.
Thank you. See you next time.
Oh, guys, can you see it on back there? Oh, very good. Thank you. And maybe.